Hi, I'm David Tortellini with eXp Realty, and today we're going to talk about my 5 favorite outdoor locations in Newport News, Virginia. And I think most people think of this as just like a shipyard town or a military town, and they don't know that there's a whole lot of fun things to do outdoors in this city. You know, for a town of 185,000 people, there's actually a lot of great outdoor fun. Big parks, playgrounds, waterfront, piers for fishing. There's a lot to do here, and I think it's one of the more underrated aspects of living in Newport News. And not until people get here and they get to know the city a bit do they realize that there are these great places where they can go, bring their family, pets, have a great time, and it's all free. That's part of the best part of it. So we're gonna head out. Let's take a look at my 5 favorite outdoor locations in Newport News. All right, we're going to start here at Riverview Farm Park. This is in the Menchville area of Newport News. It's right by BC Charles Elementary and Menchville High School. This is a great park that has the largest playground in all of Newport News. And I love it because it has a giant play set for the big kids and then a smaller one for the little kids. It even has great public restrooms because when you got those little kids with you, you know you're going to need them. Now, for the adults, it also has a giant 1.5-mile walking trail that surrounds the entire park. And you know what? There's also a ton of parking here, so we never have to worry about that either. So when you come here, you can also use the picnic shelters for birthday parties or get-togethers. They even have little charcoal grills that everybody can use. And then right down the street from here, there's Fido Field. There's going to be 2 dog parks that are great. And so you can bring your dogs here, people take them for walks here, then head on over to the dog park, let them play for a little bit. You know, and there's even a pier that goes out into the James River, so it's really nice. You can go check out the gorgeous sunsets out on the water. Now, homes in this area are going to range from starter homes for $215,000 up to, you know, because the James and the Warwick River are right there, you're going to have $1.5 million homes as well. And it's really going to be everything in between. So no matter what type of home you're looking for, you can probably find it in this part of town. Right, so next up is Huntington Park. This is a really cool area in the fact that Newport News actually has 22 miles of coastline. It's all along the James River and the Warwick River, but this is our only public beach. So this is a really special spot. There's actually a great restaurant right over there called Crab Shack on the James. So you can come here, hang out at the beach, play volleyball, have a lot of fun in the water, have a great day, and then go get some food right over there. There's also a public covered picnic area, and there's also a boat launch too, so you can come down here, park a trailer with a boat right over there, and put your boat in the water and go for the day, because this is right down kind of at the base of the James River where it's at its widest. There's amazing fishing down in this spot too, so you can come down here, do some fishing and hang out. And then there's also even a kids playground. It's like pirate ship themed, so super cool. There's a lot to do here, and it's right over the James River Bridge, so you could even live in Smithfield or Carrollton and come over and come hang out for the day. You know, prices in this neighborhood, they're gonna range pretty considerably. There's some condos right here that are gonna start at around $190,000, but then you can get into some fancier homes that are gonna be in the 4s and 5s. Just depends on what you're looking for, but you can actually find some pretty affordable housing right by here in the high 1s to even in the 2s. So, you know, this is a pretty good spot to buy if you're looking for an affordable home, and there's a lot of rentals in this area too. All right, next up on our list is Newport News Park, and we cannot talk about outdoor living in Newport News without talking about this park. It is over 7,500 square acres, which makes it the 2nd largest municipal park east of the Mississippi and the 10th largest in the entire United States. There is so much to do here. You're looking at over 5 miles of hiking trails,
5-mile bike loop that's hard-packed gravel strictly for outdoor biking. Huge festivals here on a regular basis. 2 golf courses connected to it. It is one of the more beautiful places in the entire United States. And the fact that we have this massive park here in Newport News is so special. The other huge parks, for the most part, are in like California and Texas and Alaska. So these places where you just have so much sprawling space, but on our little peninsula, you know, they've carved out this gorgeous place for us. There's also like an 18-hole disc golf course here. There's archery, paddle boating, huge picnic areas where, you know, I've worked for companies where we've done our company picnics here that can just handle huge groups. There really is something here for everyone. So if you want to be outdoors, this is one of the places to be, just filled with people walking their dogs, playing with their kids. There's playgrounds here, and there's just so much to do. And it is this massive, special place that we get to call part of our city. Okay, our next stop is Deer Park, which is centrally located in Newport News, right where J. Clyde and Jefferson meet. And in my opinion, this is probably the most underutilized park in Newport News. So there are 2 baseball fields here that get used a ton. In fact, there's Little League going on right now while I'm doing this. So those get used a lot, but the rest of the park is pretty quiet. There's a great playground here, and then there's a great picnic area, which is where I am right now. And there's also an interior pond that I bet nobody knows about. And there's fishing in here and just really beautiful views, just you can hang out by the water. And then really directly behind me, that's actually the Virginia Living Museum. So you can go down to the water and you can see part of the exterior of the museum and the trails that are there at the museum. But there are also trails here for hiking, so you're gonna get kind of everything. And you know, it's a decent sized park. Most people don't know how big it is, and it's really underutilized. So if you find yourself really right in the middle of the city and you wanna go get a little fresh air, this is the place to go, or if you live really close by to here. So homes around here, you know, this is almost more in like a business district of Newport News. So the housing here is, you know, directly adjacent here is going to be mostly apartment complexes, but then you're going to go to city center and you're going to get condos, and then start to get some single family homes that are going to start to range anywhere from about $250 to $350, and then you can go down the street a little further and you can head towards Riverside and you can start to see the prices go up there. But for the most part, if you're really close to here, you're going to be more likely in an apartment than you are in your own home. All right, and our final location is my favorite place in Newport News, and this is Nolan Trail. So Nolan Trail is a 5-mile loop that goes around Lake Maury, kind of right along the James River as well. And it has 14 bridges. Kids come here to feed the turtles all the time, and you'll find tons of runners and hikers. So the big loop is 5 miles, and then there's kind of a cut through that cuts it down to 4, and then there's a bunch of mini loops, so you can really kind of make anything you want out of it. So this is such a great place, and one of the things I like about when I bring my dogs here is it actually has a little bit of elevation to it, so some up and down, and the vast majority of the rest of the peninsula is very flat. So it's really fun. It's a beautiful location, and it's really connected right to the Mariners Museum. So you've also got a museum right here, like a nautical museum, super cool. And you'll find me here with my dogs on a regular basis. And so this trail actually loops down to the James River and goes to a place called Lions Bridge, and you'll see why in a sec. So let's head on down to the Lions Bridge, and I want to show you a little bit about what's going on down there too. All right, now we're down at the Lions Bridge. So Nolan Trail wraps down around, and right behind me, that's the James River, and it's called the Lions Bridge for the obvious reasons, but this is such a beautiful place. The coastline is nature preserve, so you're gonna get pelicans, herons, eagles, hawks. It's so cool. People come down here all the time just to do photography. and watch the sunset. I mean, it's breathtaking. This is a very special little portion of Newport News. There isn't a lot of coastline that's really available to the public all the time, and as far as I'm concerned, this is the best spot there is. So what I do, I come here a lot. This is the place you're going to find me. I come and I park here. I do the whole loop around Nolan, and then I come back and finish up here so I can hang out a little bit. You know, in this area is really neat. Christopher Newport University is right down the street, so you're going to get a lot of college students that are here, and then just in general, the housing here is going to be a little bit more expensive, you know. So this area is called Riverside, and you know, the houses here are generally going to be, you know, in the 400 to 700,000 range, and then you get the waterfront homes that are going to be, you know, $1 million, $2 million, anywhere in that range. Some pretty big, beautiful homes right here. So this is a special part of Newport News. I absolutely love it here. My favorite little slice of the peninsula is right here. So that is that's the Nolan Trail and Lions Bridge. All right, so that's going to finish up our tour of my 5 favorite outdoor locations in Newport News. As you can see, for a mid-sized city like this, there's a lot to do outside in some really special locations. You know, if you're the kind of person who wants to be outside and be active, this is a pretty darn good city to do that in. So what I've done is I've set up a search for each of the 5 areas that we went to see, so you can see exactly what kind of homes are around each of the 5, and those links will be in the description below. So please don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. I'm really trying to bring you some great content around Newport News, Williamsburg, and the surrounding area. And of course, my contact information will be below, so if you are looking to move to Newport News or anywhere in this area, please give me a call, shoot me an email. Be fantastic. My team and I are ready to help you.